So I have a really great jab, and over the years I've been told, well, my coach has told me that I have one of the best jabs in boxing. And the reason why that is, you ever heard the saying where they say, I'm not afraid of the person that can do 1,000 kicks. I'm afraid of the person that can do one kick 1,000 times. I applied that same logic to my jab because my coach told me that the jab is the most important punch in boxing because it sets up your right hand. So I'm like, well, if that's the case, why not just master that punch? And then a lot of people, I'm tired of hearing this, a lot of people, oh, well, my left hand is my weak hand. Oh, my left hand, they can't really rely on their left hand to really do anything. I know you got the left hook, but as far as the jab, a lot of people just use the jab as a measure to set up another shot. When really, you can use that jab to completely disorient your opponent and sometimes hurt him. So what I used to do with this jab is the exercise that I showed with the footwork. I would just do this left and right. Let me step back. I would do this literally in a straight line up and down my boxing gym. I would go here. I would throw that jab literally, not technically 1,000 times, but I wouldn't throw any other punch but the jab. So I'm just going here. And sometimes I would just stay here and I would just work on throwing it. And then when I'm on the bag, sometimes when I'm on the bag, I would only just hit the bag with the jab, just strictly my left hand. Throw some defense in there, some angles. You may, I think the flicker jab, because I don't want to call it a flicker jab. I think the flicker jab comes from, that's like a flicker jab, but mine is more of a not telegraphed move, like you can't really see it coming. You can call it a phantom jab, you can call it a shadow jab, you can call it an invisible jab, ghost jab, whatever. But mainly, it just comes from really focusing in on that one punch. And then what accelerates that process is, I know this is really frowned upon as far as boxing, is I would take a dumbbell, something like between 5 to 10 pounds, and I would strictly just use that on my left hand when it comes down to the jab. So I would do that exercise where I'm back here and I would have that dumbbell in my hand while I'm throwing that jab. And then my favorite these days is I like to have a resistance band where I have them, where it has the fist where you can wrap around on your back, and then when you throw a punch, it's some resistance. Look up boxing resistance bands. And those are definitely a great tool when it comes to boxing. And what I would do, you just throw that jab, just have some days where you just strictly doing the jab. That's it. You can throw the right hand and you can master the right hand, but I'm telling you, a lot of people, especially a lot of people in high rankings and a very high level of boxing, because I sparred two pros, and they told me I have a really good jab, and a lot of people are gonna have a problem with just that jab alone. So a lot of people sleep on it. A lot of people want to, I can throw the right hand, I can throw the left hook, the body shots, but that jab, it's nothing a person can really do, especially if you're not telegraphing it and they can't really parry it. You can parry a jab, but what can you do if it's not, I'm not telegraphing it at all. You're not gonna see it coming. That's why I have a lot of clips where I'm jabbing and a lot of people, they just get hit with it because they just can't see it coming. Some people are, oh, it's slow. Those are just guys on the internet. But in reality, you throw that punch, you throw that jab like that, and you master that like that, where you have days where you specifically just focus on that jab, and I'm telling you, 3 to 6 months, you have a phantom jab. It may not be as fast as mine, but you'll definitely have a phantom jab. So what I want you to do those exercises. Try to find you a dumbbell, 5 to 10. Don't overdo it. 5 to 10 pounds. And I just strictly want you to just focus on the jab. And I want you to move with it too. I don't want you to stay stationary. I want you to move. And then I want you to go back. Because you have to be able to throw punches going backwards too. So, going forward. When you're on the heavy bag, I want you to throw that jab. I want you to have some rounds where you only just focus on that jab at all angles. Remember, you can do defense. You move your head and just throw that jab. So that's my secret to the phantom jab.